Hi everyone, Idaho Amy here, and I want to show you my latest toy that I've been enjoying playing with, and it is the Melting Pot by Ranger. And what I'm making with it is some embellishments for a scrapbook page or card. And what I use is the melting pot, your Melt Art UTEE. And this, actually, I've used quite a bit of it just playing with it. I've made quite a few things with it, and I'll show you those in a minute. I'm trying to make something black. I'm in a swap with a bunch of my friends on Facebook, and our swap is vintage black. And so I picked UTEE embellishments, and so in order to make them black, you just take embossing powder, and this is also by Ranger. And I use this to tint it black. I tried, silly me, I tried using food coloring because I didn't know what to tint it black with. I know you can buy black embossing enamel, and I couldn't find it at my Michael's store. And so while I was there, I'm like, I'm desperate, I need to make it black. So I had bought some black food coloring to try that, and it did not work at all. And so, you know, if you're ever out there trying to find a way to tint it, do not use food coloring. What it actually does, it does tint the UTEE, but it bubbles. Something in the food coloring makes it bubble, and you don't want bubbles in your UTEE. So just use embossing powder in the color that you want. And also, the other things I'm using today are some Super Copper number 655. It's some pearl powder, and I've got Super Bronze and interference gold. Sorry. And then I have a paintbrush, and I just use that to apply it. And then it comes with a spatula. I didn't realize that had come with a spatula because I hadn't opened it from the box yet. So I had seen some tutorials on people using a spatula to mix the UTEE. And so I went to the store and bought a silicone one. But it came with one. So if you haven't opened your box yet, it comes with a spatula. And so you don't need to buy one. I just returned it to the store. So I discovered quite a few things playing around with this, and I thought I would share it to those that you know, might want to know. And then they found this in the cake decorating aisle. The best place to get them is Michael's. They are more expensive than Walmart. Walmart ones are around $7, $8, and the Michael's ones are around $10. But if you use a coupon, this actually is only about $5. I got a 50% off coupon, and this is what I purchased with that. And so it's just a mold, and you can make all kinds of things with it. You can also get the putty that you mix together and make molds that way. But I just thought for $5, for the same amount of price, I could get this whole mold right here that did all these different shapes versus the putty that you have to make your own molds. And I didn't know how many molds I could make off of it. So for the first time to try, I thought I would use this one. So any silicone mold would work, and these ones work great. They have several of those, and they're by Wilton. So anyway, I have the UTEE melting in here. I just randomly dumped some of this and some of this in there. I didn't measure. I just, you know, played around with it. And so you just melt it for a while. It's been melting for probably, a couple minutes more than I started the video. So, and it's about ready. You don't want to whip it too much. You just want to, like, blend it. Because, like I said, you don't want a whole bunch of bubbles in there. And it's really sticky and dries really, really fast. But that's okay. I have a craft mat here, and it won't stick to the craft mat, and once it's dry I can stick it right back in. So and you just leave the lid on until you're ready to use it. So I'm going to show you what I made with it first, and then we'll go ahead and pour some. I made this piece right here from the mold, and I used some of that powder to make it a little bit shiny, and that worked out really well. and there's little hearts, and there's leaves. And some of these leaves have little cracks in them and things like that. And I actually like that. If you don't like it and you don't, you decide you don't want it, even with this powder on it, you can just dump it back in and it'll melt right back and you can make a new one. But I kind of like the cracks. It makes it look older and more vintage. So I actually like the cracks, but it's all on your personal preference. And then here's some more. And like this one right here, I actually broke the tip off because sometimes you get overspill and I have to clean them up a little bit. And I broke it off, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it anyway because I'm just going to tuck this little broken off piece into a flower or something and have this pop out of it. So I don't care, but this is what it looks like when it's not broken, is that pretty little piece. And so I actually made, with the UTEE that I've used so far, I mean, I have some in the pot and that, but I made all, I don't know if you can see, all of these UTEE pieces. So there's tons here, actually. I mean, lots and lots. And there's itty bitty little scrolls and, you know, hearts and all kinds of things in here. And I just made a whole bunch because I'm doing a swap. And so I want to have a bunch, and then plus I'll have a whole bunch on hand for when I need them. So here's the UTEE. It's all ready to go. And I have the mold. Hope you can see it good. And so what I'm just going to do is I'll just do the rows this time. And so you just fill up the mold all the way. And then you stop right there. And it actually doesn't take very long to dry. Actually, this piece right here will probably take a little bit longer than some of the other ones. So here, I'll just go ahead and do a leaf right here. Because the rose will take a little while to dry because it's so thick. And then I can just go right here and go around and do this one. And then over here. And it's okay that I'm getting it all over the thing because it just pops right off once it's dry. And then, and I don't really have enough to do another one, but that's fine. And so, you know, it is a little bit messy, but, you know, it's fun. And so this part right here that I've already been stirring with it, it's already hard and dry. It's warm to the touch, but not hot. And it's not burning me. But, I mean, this does get hot. So you just take your piece and throw it back in and cover it up and it will dry. And then you have all these. And see, these little ones right here are already pretty dry. So, and then, you know, I don't really like how this one turned out, but this one's not too bad. I can just break it off. These other ones, I don't really like how they turned out. That happens periodically. And so if you get some that you don't like, you just throw them back in and melt them down and do it again. So, but here's this one, and it has some little bits off of it that I don't like. And you probably aren't supposed to use your scissors to do this, but, you know, I do. So I just cut off the extra little pieces that, you know, are kind of sticking out. And then you can take your scissors and just kind of, I hope you can see, I hope I don't keep getting out of the picture, but you can just scrape it down and scrape this little bit here. And it's best to do it while it's still drying. So that one's actually done. And you can leave it black if you want, because it looks really pretty black like this. Or you just take your paintbrush, dab it into there, and then just, you know, color it a little bit. You know, just lightly go over it and it makes it shiny. So you can do that, but I'm going to leave this one basically plain. So I'll add that to my pile. And here's the rose. You don't want to squeeze it because it probably will burn you, but anyway, that's what the rose looks like. And you can go ahead and add some pearlescent powder to that too, or leave it just how it is. But I just really like how these look, and they're lots of fun to make, so just try it sometime. Thanks, bye.